narcissists will try to pull your strings by making sneaky demands disguised as pleas for help. This video will reveal their manipulation tactics and teach you how to set boundaries. Here are 20 ways to respond wisely to narcissists' manipulative requests for help. For example,
I'm really struggling. You're the only one who can help me.
They're trying to make you feel special and needed, so you're more likely to help them. You may end up feeling used or manipulated if you repeatedly help them without reciprocation. It's like being a puppet on a string, manipulated by the puppet master. You can offer support, but also encourage them to seek help from others or professionals.
I can't do this without you. I need you.
They're trying to make you feel guilty or obligated to help. You may feel drained and taken advantage of. It's like being a lifeboat for someone who refuses to learn how to swim. You can express empathy, but also set boundaries to protect your own well-being.
You're so good at this. I could never do it as well as you.
They're trying to flatter you into doing something for them. You may feel burdened and unappreciated. It's like being a workhorse, valued only for your labor. Thank them for the compliment, but suggest they try it themselves to learn and grow.
If you don't help me, I don't know what I'll do.
They're trying to manipulate you with threats of harm or distress. You may feel responsible for their well-being, leading to stress and anxiety. It's like being a safety net for a reckless trapeze artist. Encourage them to seek professional help if they're feeling desperate or hopeless.
I've always been there for you. Can't you do this one thing for me?
They're trying to guilt you into helping by citing past favors. You may feel obligated and resentful. It's like being a debtor, constantly owing something. Remind them that favors are given freely, not as a means of control or obligation.
I'm just not as strong as you.
They're trying to manipulate you by playing the victim. You may feel burdened and drained. It's like being a crutch for someone who refuses to heal. Encourage them to seek professional help or support from others.
I can't believe you won't help me after everything I've done for you.
What are trying to do? They're trying to guilt you into helping them. You may feel guilty and manipulated. It's like being a bank that's always expected to give out loans. Remind them that relationships are not transactional and that you have your own needs and limits.
You're my last hope.
They're trying to manipulate you by making you feel like their only option. You may feel overwhelmed and responsible for their well-being. It's like being a life raft in a stormy sea. Encourage them to seek help from other sources and professionals.
You're the only one who understands me.
They're trying to make you feel special and obligated to help. You may feel trapped and drained. It's like being a translator for someone who refuses to learn the language. Encourage them to communicate and seek understanding from others.
I don't want to burden anyone else with this.
They're trying to manipulate you by making you feel like their only option.
I wish I was as competent as you. Could you take over this project for me?
Flatter you, and will happen. You may end up doing extra work while they take credit. It's like being a horse for someone too lazy to walk. Thank them, but reaffirm trust in their abilities. Offer support, but not to take over.
Will you lend me some money? I'm desperate.
Play on your emotions to get money. They may take advantage of your kindness without repaying. It's like an endless money pit. Express empathy, but don't lend money you can't afford to lose.
My life is a mess. Will you help me clean my house?
Offload unwanted tasks onto you. You may end up being taken for granted. It's like being a personal assistant without getting paid. Offer emotional support, but set limits on practical help.
I'm too upset to do this right now. Can you handle this for me?
Make you feel guilty, so you'll help them. You may get drawn into their emotional drama, metaphor, around their requests.
I don't have anyone else who cares about me like you do.
Manipulate you with guilt and flattery. You may feel trapped and burdened. It's like quicksand dragging you down. Affirm care for them, but don't allow guilt to drive your decisions.
You're so talented. Can you take over this project for me?
You may end up frustrated and unappreciated. It's like being a workhorse used for labor. Thank them, but reaffirm belief in their skills and ownership of their responsibilities.
Need a shoulder to cry on. Can we talk for a while?
Monopolize your time and emotional energy. You may start to feel drained. It's like being an absorbent sponge. Offer support, but also set limits on your time and energy.
You're so much more responsible than me. Can you take care of this for me?
Flatter you and shirk responsibility. You may get stuck doing their work. It's like being a pack mule. Compliment them back, but reaffirm,
I don't know what I'd do without you. Will you help me?
make you feel indispensable so you'll help them. You may feel burdened by and anxious about their dependence. It's like being chained to a sinking ship. Express care, but encourage their self-reliance. Set boundaries.
You're so smart. I could never figure this out. Can you do it for me?
Flattery to get you to complete a task for them. You may end up feeling used. It's like being a marionette controlled by its puppeteer. Thank them, but do not simply take over. Offer guidance, but affirm their ability to learn.